Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Dr. Glenn Vo. Welcome to another edition of Nifty Thrifty Dentists Podcast. So before we get into this episode, I'd like to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Addit. Addit is designed and engineered specifically for dental practices. It integrates with most of the practice management softwares on the market, and it is the only software solution that integrates voice over IP, text messaging, emails, patient forms, online scheduling, analytics, reviews, payments, and so much more. So reach out to the guys at Addit and ask for the Nifty Thrifty deal. I have the queen of dental scheduling herself, founder of Schedule Squad, Danielle Kramer. Danielle, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Yeah, and you know, I forgot to mention, but you are also a gymnastics coach as well. And, you know, it's perfect that you're a gymnastics coach because a lot of times practice owners have to practice some kind of mental gymnastics, sometimes physical gymnastics to run their practice. But we're going to dive right into it. Schedule Squad, what do you guys do for dental practice owners?
We do scheduling gymnastics is what we do. So what we do is we specialize in making sure to keep the doctor's schedules and the hygiene schedules full. And the way we're doing that is by staying really connected with patients, and we're doing it via phone. All of our team is US based, which is so cool. We're connecting via text message and email too, but part of what makes us so special is that we're staying connected to the patient, just like this.
Well, I mean, I think it's so important, right? Keeping the schedule full, right? And to be honest, there's so much work that our front office, heck, our even entire dental office, because in my practice, I'll even pull the assistants and hygienists, they're calling patients too and whatnot. A lot of times that's so much because they got like front-facing duties, right? You got to say hello to the patients when they come in. You know, you don't want, the last thing I want to see is someone walk in and someone's on the phone. They're like, oh, hey, oh, hold on, wait, and they're over here. I don't want to see that. And, you know, I don't want my back office staff on the phone when they should be sterilizing or seeing the next patient. So there's so much. And I love the fact that you help the practice and their teams like take the stuff off their plate, right? Now, you understand that. That's why you created Schedule Squad. So let's kind of go back in time a little bit and talk about kind of like how you got even started. I told everyone you're like a dental superwoman, and you're about to let everyone know why you're a dental superwoman because you literally have done almost every job in the practice. So share with us like how like you just kind of like walked by and someone tripped you and you tripped into the dental office and they started making you work. Like tell me how that happened.
Yeah. So I started in dentistry really sort of by chance. I worked in medical billing, and I didn't necessarily love corporate America. So I decided to get a job in a dental office. I felt like it was going to feel more like a family, and it did. I fell in love at the start. And the other thing I realized really quickly was that I did not know everything I needed to know. And so I took it upon myself to put myself through assisting school. And so I could know what I needed to know. I mean, shoot, I didn't know what teeth were what, and I was sitting in the front, I was filling the schedule, and I was trying to learn everything at once. And so when I went through assisting school and I was working front and back, I truly fell in love with the industry, and I haven't left since. It's been about 23 years.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a dental assistant, front office, billing. Okay. So we're talking about everything in the practice you've pretty much done. But then, you know, you actually wanted to help more practices beyond the one practice you're with, and you actually got into coaching. You're still coaching. So we're not saying that you're not coaching anymore, but you got into coaching and share with us, like, what were some of the companies that you coached with?
Yeah, so I've been coaching since it's been about 2015, and honestly, I fell in love with that part of it because I was getting to step into these offices and help them struggle with the or help them through the struggles that they were seeing with the things that I felt like I was just like thrown to the wolves with when I walked into an office in the beginning. And I feel like there's so many people that sit behind the seat of in the front office or even in the dental, chair side in the dental office. And they're just like sitting there and they're never given instruction. And so I felt like when I walked into these offices, I was able to give them help in ways that they never knew existed.
Yeah.
And they were so grateful for it. And the schedule squad sort of came about because I realized how hard it was to one, keep people in that seat in the front, and two, to get them excited about the why it was so important to get people back in, and why it was so important to help patients understand the urgency to come back in for those appointments. And when I recognized that that was such an issue, I was like, gosh, you know what? I've got this amazing team around me. They're in love with what these patients are to these offices. They truly understand what it means to get them back in these seats. And we're going to give this back to the offices. And
Yeah.
so that's where this business came from.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. Okay, so I can't help. I'm going to just throw this in. I mean, I was going to go a different way, but I feel like I have to ask you this question. How similar is it coaching dental teams and coaching your kids in gymnastics? There has
Honestly,
to be some similarities.
I was going to say it's sort
Other than the fact that sometimes they just give you that clueless look. Other than the clueless look, the blank stare when you tell them some stuff. How is coaching kids gymnastics and coaching dental teams similar?
it is a lot the same. I think I grew up in sports, and so everything I learned about sports, the passion, the drive, the dedication, I teach that every day to the kids I work with.
Yeah, yeah,
Then when I'm in a dental office, I'm hoping that I'm teaching the adults I'm working with the same thing,
yeah,
that there is passion and dedication and drive. And I'm hoping that we help find that again in them. Sometimes they're just in the wrong seat. Sometimes they're doing a job they don't love or that's not, they're not connecting with. And sometimes it's as simple as just finding something that they connect with, and all of a sudden production in an office goes up and they're actively, doing something so much better in the office and they love their job again. That is 100% why I do what I do in gymnastics and in dentistry.
yeah.
So
I love
they're
that.
the same.
I love that. Okay, so we're going to switch gears here, and
Yeah.
for those who are watching and also listening, they're probably intrigued. They're like, okay, yeah, I need to fill my schedule. I need help with that. But you know what? I want you to share. Let's just do two. Let's just do two. You can over deliver and give more. But like, what's two things that a dental practice owner can do to just like make things run a little bit more efficient, like because you've coached so many practices, so you already know like the biggest like violations, right? The biggest mishaps that most practices do. Like you can almost predict it. You can almost walk in there. It's like, I'm pretty sure they're doing that. Yes, yeah, they're doing that. What are like two things that most practices just don't get right, that if they just kind of worked on that, like things would be a lot smoother for them?
Oh, I only get two.
Just two. I mean,
Uh,
yeah, just let's just do two. Yeah, we'll do two. We don't want to get too much of a beat down. All right, just two.
well, if I would say there's two, it's going to be my first one is going to be teaching your team to ask for internal referrals from your
Oh,
patients.
yes,
Hmm.
100%.
Yes. Uh, we have to teach our team to talk, and asking for referrals is one of the ways that we drive new patients into our practice. And so that's number one. Number two is going to be a little bit more fluffy, but I think it's worth it. Sharing a win with your team every day needs to be done.
Yeah.
And it could be large or small, but I think your team understanding that you guys are all in there rowing in the same direction, moving for the same goals is super important to keep everyone engaged. And you start to make huge strides when you guys are talking the same talk.
Yeah, no, those are huge. Those are two things that anybody can do. And I love the thing about celebrating the wins because so many times we're so focused on, hey, you did this wrong. Hey, we didn't do this, right? After a while, it becomes a drag. Becomes a drag, right? And so I always feel that you should exceed the praise. It should be more than the complaints, right? Or more than pointing out the flaws, right? It should be like 3x over complaints or pointing out faults, right? So I love that. I think that's great. I think those are two things anyone can do. But speaking of which, another thing that you can do is if your team is overwhelmed, right? Maybe you're short a team member. Maybe you don't realize you need another team member. The best thing to do, one of the best things you can do is actually help support your team, right? That'll make them want to stay. And a way to support the team is working with Schedule Squad. So let's talk about Schedule Squad because I think that a lot of people and some team members may be thinking like, hey, I'm doing my job. I'm doing a good job here. Like, why you gotta bring somebody in here? Like, I mean, you don't think I'm doing my job right? So for those team members who say like, hey, you guys gonna try to like take my job or something? Like, what am I gonna do if I can't call patients and put them on the schedule? What do you say to them?
Yeah, you said it perfectly. We are support to the team, and that's exactly what we're doing. The way that we look at it and the way that our team looks at it is we are just simply an extension of the team. And what we want to give back to an office is the ability to be patient facing and to support the patient when they're standing in front of them. There are so many things that come up in a dental office every single day from the phone ringing with crazy questions, billing questions, and treatment presentation that can go on for 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes with a patient. And we want to give back the ability to the front office to be able to handle those things without stressing out about the things that we recognize do take more time. And realistically, it's kind of like nose down in the keyboard type of work that our team has the ability to do because they're sitting remote at their desk, having quiet time. And so we can do it and allow the office to really handle the patient.
Now, your team members, because I know this will come up as well. Some practice owners may say, "Well, I don't know, I don't know what their training is. Is it literally like someone off the street or something that's just coming there and just making calls?" Let our listeners who are practice owners understand like what your team is comprised of and kind of like the standards you have as far as your team members.
Yeah, that's actually a really great question. I know that I sound a little biased, but the team is amazing. They're all office managers, some regional managers. Most of the team used to be expanded functions dental assistants, so they're very well versed in the back office because I felt like it was something that they needed to understand when scheduling treatment and hygiene. Um, we're all very well versed in treatment presentation. We are doing that somewhat over the phone for the patients and financial arrangements. We're taking care of some of that for our clients. So it's really important to me that our team understands how to communicate with the patients and that the offices understand that we can handle some of those more difficult conversations and, get their patients back in the schedule. That's what our brand promises.
I love it. I love it. And so your teams with that experience, your team's not booking like a 5 minute crown prep then, right?
No.
And I think that's the biggest thing that people really need to understand, right? Like there might be other companies that can, book appointments for you and whatnot, but who's really doing the calling? do they understand that it's I mean, I guess there's a few dentists out there that can do like a 5 minute crown prep. But that's like maybe 1% of the whole population of dentists, right? But the schedule squad, your team, they understand like the real requirements that it takes to make the scheduling. And what's cool is that if someone asks a question, like let's say you call someone, you're booking for a crown seat, and someone says, "Are you taking my tooth out?" And you're gonna say, "No, ma'am, it's a crown seat. We're gonna put like a crown over it, right?" And so I think that's super important there. Okay, so if for those listeners and for those viewers, and they're like, "Okay, you know what? I want to see what Schedule Squad can do for us." What is the best way for them to reach out to you guys? Best way.
Yeah, so they can reach out to us on our socials through Facebook. They can also reach out directly through email. It's info@theschedulesquad.com. Our team will handle booking discovery calls. They can talk directly with me if they'd like to. It's really simple to get a hold of us.
Okay. So and if anyone wants to slide into your DMs, it's just Danielle Kramer on
Yes.
Facebook. No, I was just that's just a joke there. Danielle's husband's a cop. So guys, please. So anyways, Danielle, thank you so much for jumping on. Again, what you guys are doing is this really helping dental practices out. Guys, at the end of the day, it's harder and harder to recruit good staff. It's even harder to retain your staff. And if you're just basically working your team to the bone, a good way of saying I appreciate you is getting people who can help them, but not just help them, but really help make their lives easier and make your office more productive. So Danielle, thank you so much for jumping on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time.